안녕하십니까? 이 테이프는 고등학교 3학년 3교시 영어 영역 B형 듣기 평가 안내 녹음 테이프입니다. 잠시 후 UA 중앙교육 모의대학 수학능력시험 고등학교 3학년 3교시 영어 듣기 및 말하기 평가 방송을 시작하겠습니다. 수험생 여러분은 편안한 마음으로 방송에 귀를 기울여주시고 방송 담당 선생님께서는 스피커의 음량을 알맞게 조절해 주십시오. 지금부터 3교시 영어 영역 듣기 및 말하기 평가를 시작하겠습니다. 듣기 평가 문제는 1번부터 22번까지입니다. 1번부터 20번까지는 한 번만 들려주고 21번부터 22번까지는 두 번 들려줍니다. 방송을 잘 듣고 답을 하기 바랍니다. (1번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
You look down. What's the matter, Alice?
Well, all my friends agreed on going skating this weekend.
That sounds like fun.
(2번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hi, is the sofa on display for sale?
You mean the leather sofa? Yes, and it's 40% off today.
Great. How fast could you have that delivered to Willow Street?
(3번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
So, how do you like living in Los Angeles?
The first week has been great, but I haven't yet settled in.
Oh, I see. Do you still have boxes to unpack?
(4번) 다음을 듣고 남자가 하는 말의 목적으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hello, residents. Did you hear the news today? The state leaders announced they would close 13 elementary schools, including Shelby Elementary School, where most of our kids are attending. That would require our kids to walk down dangerous blocks and pass a couple of abandoned lots to their new school, which is a half-mile away. We can't let these happen to our kids. To discuss this matter, we'll have a temporary meeting at Shelby Elementary School gym tonight. Please come to the gym at 8 p.m. and share opinions with other residents.
(5번) 다음을 듣고 여자가 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Today I'd like to talk about perfumes. It is important to choose a perfume that's a right match for you. The key is to test it on yourself. Spray a small amount onto the inside of your wrist and smell it. If it smells good, wait about another 10 minutes and smell it again. This gives you a better idea of whether or not the scent is right for you after you've been wearing it. There's one final tip. Don't test too many perfumes at a time, because after testing 3 or 4 perfumes, your sense of smell loses its sharpness. It'll be a great experience to look for your own fragrance, so good luck with your search.
6번. 대화를 듣고 두 사람이 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Jenny, I've been thinking about participating in voluntourism.
Voluntourism? What do you mean by that?
It is a new form of travel where participants spend their vacation doing volunteer work.
Does that mean you can do volunteer work while visiting someplace new at the same time?
That's right.
Is there any significant difference between voluntourism and aid work?
Of course, they appeal to two completely different groups.
Two different groups?
Yes, aid programs have long-term participants, but voluntourism is for people who are unable to take part in traditional aid programs.
I see. Voluntourism is a good way to make meaningful memories.
Exactly. I think it would be a worthwhile way to spend my holiday.
(7번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 의견으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hi, Allie. You always look happy.
Do I? I'm glad that you think of me that way.
What's the secret?
Well, there is nothing to speak of, but there is one thing I do.
What's that?
No matter where you are, no matter what you do, the first thing you do has to be fun.
Tell me more specifically.
For example, I start my day drinking coffee, my favorite tea. And when I read a newspaper, sports is my first section to read.
That's because you love sports, isn't it?
Yes. Why don't you try it and see if it works?
Of course, I will. Thanks.
(8번) 대화를 듣고 두 사람의 관계를 가장 잘 나타낸 것을 고르시오.
Hello, Ben. Sorry that I didn't come last week.
It's okay. You must have been busy.
Well, actually, I didn't feel like coming. I was a little worried.
Worried? About what?
Since I started working out last month, I have lost about 4 kilograms.
That's good. You've been following my instructions very well and never skipped a day.
Well, I found my muscles are getting bigger, and I don't want to look like a female bodybuilder. I just want to lose weight.
Don't worry about that. Bodybuilders work out really hard. How many hours do you exercise with me?
Well, 1 or 2 hours a day?
They work out 6 to 8 hours a day and do a lot of training with weights.
I see. I feel relieved. I guess I was overreacting.
Many people think like that, so don't worry, and I can make a few changes to your training program.
(9번) 대화를 듣고 그림에서 대화의 내용과 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Hello?
Dad, did you receive my present?
Yes, honey, the chair is gorgeous. Isn't it too expensive?
Don't worry, Dad. It's your 60th birthday. You feel comfortable in that chair, don't you?
Of course. It is especially good because it has armrests that are very soft and comfortable.
Did you get the footrest along with the chair?
Yes, I like it best. It allows me to be in my favorite comfortable position.
Then what about the side table?
Oh, the side table is very useful. I put a lamp on it.
Dad, actually, I worried about the stability of the chair. Is it okay?
What do you mean by that, honey?
I'm talking about the base. I'm wondering if the 4-star base for the chair is solid enough.
Don't worry, the chair is solid with the 4-star base. I am pretty slim, as you know.
10번. 대화를 듣고 여자가 남자를 위해 할 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hi, Tom. What are you doing now?
Hi, Lynn. I'm writing down the schedule for the games. There is a volleyball competition for the under-age 16 clubs.
Are you playing?
Of course.
Who else is on the team?
Here's the list. Take a look.
Steve, Otis, Allie, Nick. Nick? He's not under 16. He is 16 and about to turn 17 next month.
Really? Then we have to find a replacement as soon as possible.
I have a friend who's good at playing team sports. I'll ask him if he's interested.
That would be great.
All right, I'll contact him right away.
Thanks.
(11번) 대화를 듣고 남자가 여자에게 부탁한 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Karen, why do you have so many drawing pencils here?
Well, it sounds like a superstition, but I draw well when I use long pencils. So whenever a pencil gets short, I buy another one.
Well, if I were you, I'd use them until they're too short.
I don't want to waste money, but since I'm a professional artist and superstitious, I don't want to take any chances.
I see. So what are you going to do with these short pencils?
I have no idea. They're not expensive, but very good in quality.
I guess there are about 20 of them in this pencil case.
There are more. I have a small box full of pencils.
Listen, I'm teaching art to children at the community center, so would you donate these pencils for them?
Terrific. Their hands are small, so they won't have a problem using short pencils.
All right, then I'll take all of them with me today.
(12번) 대화를 듣고 남자가 범칙금 통지서를 받은 이유를 고르시오.
Oh no, it's unbelievable.
What's wrong?
I got a traffic ticket again.
What did you do? Did you run a red light or drive too fast again?
No, it's not a traffic signal violation, nor speeding.
Then why did you get a ticket?
This ticket says I parked my car in front of the bookstore on First Street.
You should have used the parking lot of the bookstore.
Actually, I wasn't in the bookstore. I just bought some supplies at the stationery store across the street. It only took 3 minutes.
Honey, you had better use a public parking lot next time.
(13번) 대화를 듣고 시험 관리에 관해 두 사람이 언급하지 않은 것을 고르시오.
Students are getting more sensitive to their grades.
That's true. We need to be more careful about test management.
You're right. Most of all, teachers should create perfect questions for tests.
I can't agree with you more. We also need to make sure that students can make the most of their given time in a test.
True, and teachers need to be informed of all types of cheating.
That's what matters most. We need to make students feel that they took a fair test.
I'll make a list of common cheating techniques and hand it out to all the teachers.
Great. Last but not least, we should be consistent in grading.
That's a good point. We had lots of complaints about grading last time. We should reduce them.
Well, it looks like it's getting more and more difficult to manage a test.
(14번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 지불할 금액을 고르시오.
Hello? How much is this comb?
Hello, it's $10 and made from the bone of a camel.
Well, I don't want to use something made of the animal bone.
Then you'd love this comb. It's $12 and made from the wood from an antique chair.
Oh, it feels great. I'll take it.
Do you need anything else? These fans are on sale today.
How much is this foldable fan?
The retail price is $30, but it's 50% off today.
That'd be nice. But why are you offering such a large discount?
Fall is coming, so we'd like to sell the fans off.
I see. I'd like to take it anyway.
If it's a gift, you'd love these gift boxes.
How much are they?
This one made of wood is $5, and that one made of cardboard paper is $3.
I'll take the one made of paper. Here's my credit card.
(15번) 칼거리 스탬피드에 관한 다음 내용을 듣고 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Welcome to the Calgary Stampede, the greatest Wild West show on earth. It includes a cowboy show and horse riding. Daily fun includes square dancing, lively stage shows, and meals served from a chuck wagon. However, you won't find this Wild West show in Texas. You'll find it in Canada, in the city of Calgary. The Calgary Stampede became an annual event in 1912. The show begins with a grand parade and ends with fireworks. The streets are filled with hundreds of horses, cowgirls, and cowboys, marching bands, and Native Americans wearing traditional clothes. The wonderful Calgary Stampede is a dream come true for anyone who wants a taste of frontier life.
(16번) 사이거에 관한 다음 내용을 듣고 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
The saiga is a critically endangered animal. It originally lived in a vast area of the Eurasian steppe zone. The males have horns and they're larger than the females who are hornless. They eat several species of plants, including some that are poisonous to other animals. They can cover considerable distances and swim across rivers, but they avoid steep or rocky areas. The saiga was wrongly believed to drink water through its nose. At one point, some conservation groups, such as the World Wildlife Fund, encouraged the hunting of this species, as its horn was presented as an alternative to that of a rhinoceros.
(17번) 다음 표를 보면서 대화를 듣고 남자가 주문할 고양이 샴푸를 고르시오.
Harry, are you thinking of buying a cat shampoo?
Yes, which of these 5 would be best for my cat?
What about buying a waterless shampoo? Cats don't like to get wet.
That's true, but when I used a waterless shampoo, I was disappointed with its quality.
So, you're not going to buy a waterless shampoo this time.
Right. If I buy this one, I'd get the best price per ounce.
That's right, but if your cat doesn't like it, it's very hard to use it up.
You have a point. 24 ounces is too much. Then I should choose between these two.
If you like something organic, you can choose this one.
But this organic shampoo is rather expensive. It's more than $1 per ounce.
Then you should buy the other one. If you use it, you don't need to buy a conditioner.
You're right. I'll order this one.
(18번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
I'm getting the travel desire again.
I never knew you liked traveling in the first place.
I do like taking trips. It's just that I don't get to go as often as I want to.
Well, I'm going on a package tour to Thailand next month.
A package tour? It isn't my type. I'm more of a backpacker.
You mean a backpacking trip? Isn't it uncomfortable?
Not at all. Besides, it's more exciting and cheaper, too.
Really? I don't think I could do that.
Maybe you should join me sometime.
Well, I'm not really sure about that. I'm not adventurous enough.
십구 번 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
What did you do yesterday, Kevin?
Yesterday I played a soccer match. You should have come.
Sorry I missed it. What time did the game start?
The game started at 4:30 in the afternoon, but we began warming up around 3 o'clock.
So, how did it go?
I scored my first goal of the season.
Really? Congratulations.
Thanks. It tied the score at 1-1 at halftime.
So, did you win?
No, it was really close, but in the end we lost 2-1.
That's too bad. But it seems you did your job pretty well.
이십 번 다음 상황 설명을 듣고 안토니 어머니가 안토니에게 할 말로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
This weekend, Anthony, a 10-year-old primary school student, goes on a camping trip. His mother is very worried about this camping trip. She remembers some stories of young campers who suffered an injury during the trip. So she writes a letter that includes a list of do's and don'ts for young campers. Meanwhile, Anthony thinks the letter isn't necessary because he knows everything about the camping safety. And there are camping assistants who could help the children in case of emergency. But Anthony's mother really wants his son to read the letter when he arrives at the camp. In this situation, what would Anthony's mother most likely say to Anthony? Anthony,
이십일 번부터 22번까지는 두 번 들려줍니다. 21번과 22번 다음을 듣고 물음에 답하시오.
After having a decent lunch, you head back to your office, chatting with your coworkers. A few minutes later, you resume your work, your eyelids begin to droop, and you yawn like a hippo. You look around and find your coworkers nodding off at their desks. It's a classic case of post-lunch sleepiness. During this time, your body shifts its attention from your work to digesting your lunch, which makes you lose your focus and feel sleepy. This phenomenon is natural, but you can do a lot of things to prevent it. First of all, have a light lunch. If you feel hungry later, try a light snack. And exercise enough so that oxygen can circulate well through your system. And it's wise to do strenuous and difficult jobs in the morning and easier ones in the afternoon. Lastly, brighten up your office space with pictures of your friends or family, flowers, or anything that may provide you with visual satisfaction.
다시 한번 듣겠습니다.
After having a decent lunch, you head back to your office, chatting with your coworkers. A few minutes later, you resume your work, your eyelids begin to droop, and you yawn like a hippo. You look around and find your coworkers nodding off at their desks. It's a classic case of post-lunch sleepiness. During this time, your body shifts its attention from your work to digesting your lunch, which makes you lose your focus and feel sleepy. This phenomenon is natural, but you can do a lot of things to prevent it. First of all, have a light lunch. If you feel hungry later, try a light snack. And exercise enough so that oxygen can circulate well through your system. And it's wise to do strenuous and difficult jobs in the morning and easier ones in the afternoon. Lastly, brighten up your office space with pictures of your friends or family, flowers, or anything that may provide you with visual satisfaction.
21번. 남자가 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것은 22번. 대책으로 언급되지 않은 것은 '이제 듣기 말하기 문제가 끝났습니다. 23번부터는 문제지의 지시에 따라 답을 하기 바랍니다.